you mentioned Dan Ross. Dan was a great inspiration and a little of a push for me on taking that, and he was a good mentor, because he was one of the owners at Precision Dialogue, and he kind of like showed me the ropes a little bit and helped me out at the beginning. So I started as a freelancer, and then shortly after started noticing, hey, there's something here. Let's try it out. And I knew a couple of other guys in Buenos Aires that were kind of doing something similar, and I said, hey, what if we partner up and we start this a little more for real, and yeah, that's how. But it wasn't like in my mind. I wasn't like super decided. It was more like I need to see what else is out there, and then
Mm.
the rest happened.
Yeah. See, I basically, like people exploring in. So you hope if you have seen my conversation, I go like other people do not go the area. I sometimes go very deep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when I was going to your profile, you have more than 12, 13 recommendation. Out of that, I selected only two. Okay,
Okay.
because why I select is where I feel connected to. Okay, so these two, like Josie and Dan, that was my top
Yeah.
people who gave you the recommendation. There are others as well. So for me, I was just going to your profile, and I saw. Okay, even I basically visited your Twitter.
Oh,
Okay, so uh,
my.
this Twitter, you were very active in 2017. Okay,
Yes, I had ups and
and,
downs with Twitter, to be honest.
you were basically going to Dreamforce, and then you were also presenting something in Dreamforce, right?
Yep.
Was it what your presentation was for in Dreamforce actually?
So Dreamforce, that was my first Dreamforce. That's it. That's one. That was what, like, for us. Like, we like started Devs United with no money, basically, like with our own money, right? We didn't have funding and stuff. So going to Dreamforce was like the biggest investment we were doing at Devs United. Oh my gosh, it was a ton of money for a small team.
Mm,
So I went by
mm.
myself. Um, and because I had the opportunity to actually be selected to present, and the presentation was about, and it's on YouTube, I think, the Salesforce channel. It's building your own custom journey builder activities.
Oh
That
yeah.
was.
Oh yeah, yeah. Now I remember. Yeah. That what is that activity name was called? SOP. I'm trying to recall the name. What was the activity name? SOP.
Well, the one I did, it was using a API, a programmatic direct mail platform called
Mm,
Love, LOB. And
mm,
it was cool. Like, what we did in the presentation was, like, I took a picture of, like, the people in the audience,
mm.
and then they fill out a form on a cloud page, with their address, and then I put them in a journey, and then the journey activity will actually compile a postcard, and we'll send them a postcard to your house. So
Postcard.
by the time you got back, you get a postcard
Mm,
from Dreamforce. So yeah,
yeah.
it was kind
Oh
of
yeah.
fun to do.
Yeah. I just opened your Twitter. It's November 9, 2017, where you also have a screenshot. Okay, with an icon, yeah, with a custom activity, yeah. Sorry for me, I basically had gone through this, but I just forget what was there. Yeah, now I can see it was a postcard,
Yeah,
right?
yep, yeah, it was a postcard. Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
That was my first Dreamforce presentation. I had presented at Connections before when it was in Indianapolis and stuff like that, but that was my first Dreamforce ever, and the first time I presented at Dreamforce. So yeah, I was very honored. Actually, I think that was my second time at Dreamforce, because I remember I was with my partner Javier at the presentation. That was my second Dreamforce. My first Dreamforce was in 2016, and that was, yeah,
Okay.
I went by myself.
Maybe
And
you
yeah,
haven't posted it, so maybe I haven't,
yeah.
yeah, maybe I was going through, and whatever I was able to collect within these 2 3 days, I collected it. Okay, so uh,
Yeah.
one thing I was just trying to understand was, you in 2017 you did custom activity. Okay, 2014 15 is 15 16, you said that comparator. Okay. So lot of tools you're building from the very early time. Did you
Yeah,
find somebody else who also doing all these activities then? Currently, a lot of people still have this black hole picture of this custom activity in marketing cloud. Still, a lot of people
yeah,
do not have the full understanding, right? So, but this is still, 2017, 22. So 5, 6 years, 7 years back, you have been exploring all this long time back. Had you come across someone like they were also doing similar kind of activities what you are doing?
at the time, no, no. I mean, there was some people at in the Salesforce and the Salesforce development team that they were like experimenting with it. You know, the Salesforce product team and stuff like that. That they were introducing. People at Exact Target that they were introducing. Like at some point, Exact Target came up with like the App Exchange. It was the Hub Exchange. Sorry, it was called the Hub Exchange. So it was like an App Exchange for Marketing Cloud. And there were a couple of companies that were doing extensions for Marketing Cloud. I did one that was like an AMP script editor in within marketing inside Marketing Cloud. But I didn't like the community wasn't as big at the time, but we didn't have like a Slack groups and stuff like that. So there probably was a lot of people doing it, but I just didn't connect with them. And Twitter, for example, like I or LinkedIn at the time, I didn't use LinkedIn as much or Twitter to talk to people. So I bet there probably was a lot of people doing the things I was doing. I just never got to meet them.
I probably, yeah, maybe I probably don't think there were much people there like the people now they are there. Okay.
Yeah,
So you are being little, humble enough, I think. Otherwise, currently people, those who are a lot of people like I have come across who are working with this custom activity and all, they do a lot of chest thumping. So I
yeah.
think this humbleness of you only, that makes like even Adam, Cameron, okay, including Tony and all, is speaking about you. So what makes other think that whenever I talk about, whenever I ask them to give some favorite names, okay, uh, the people from Salesforce Marketing Cloud community, your name always pops up, always in the favorite list. What do you think? Why your name always pops up?
Um, I don't know. No, I think we share similar values. Like I respect Tony, Cameron, Adam, a lot of people, right? Um, Corina. I mean, you're gonna talk with when you talk. I see in your
Mm.
sessions a lot of them, and I think it's just sharing similar values. I think Adam said it on your interview. I don't talk to Adam super often, but he's one of those people that you feel like close to. You when you talk to every year, like you feel like you've
Mm.
known them for a long time. And I think it's because we just share. I feel like we share, and this is without talking with them, okay, about this. But I have a feeling that we just share similar values. That um, just sharing knowledge, doing your work, and not focusing on what the other ones are doing, but focusing on how you can contribute, with your contribution and your knowledge. Um, being a forever student, I think people like Tony, Adam, they're students, they're always curious and I consider myself that. I consider myself always a person that I always want to be a student, I always want to ask questions and be curious. And I suppose, I assume that's why we probably mention my name because we just share those values. And that's the reason why I, for example, will put them on my top 10 or whatever list, we want to make,
So, should I decode why they always put your name in the top list? Let me try to decode. Okay. Call me a crazy person, but I'll try to decode.
Okay.
Basically, I love observing people. Okay. I observe a lot of things. So what happens is, see, I was little afraid talking to Adam. Okay. Because that is because of respect. Afraid means he has got that respect from the community. Okay? And like Bri, I consider him one of my mentor who taught me. by his blog and other things, similar to Adam as well. Okay, so when I'm having this discussion with Cameron, okay, Tony or Adam, I feel they are very genuine people, to that extent where they will never side on helping others. Okay, like there might be a lot of people, okay, who might be very busy enough, right? Very busy, but like Cameron, Adam, and Tony, they are always there, helping people, right? And when you have the same connections, similar thoughts, similar uh, process inside your brain, right? Then basically we like similar people, right? Let's say,
Yeah.
for example, you are very technical, and let's say I'm also quite technical, okay? And then
Right.
we come to a community, and then but if our values principle do not match, okay, we don't become good friends. We try to be little
Right.
diplomatic, but we don't become good friends. But if we share
Right.
common values, right? So if you see Adam saying that, okay, I used to stay in Kansas, there in the farm area, right? And you're saying, yeah, I'm from Argentina, so some principles will be there which are ingrained from our childhood
Yeah.
days, right?
Definitely. Yeah.
And
Agree.
the struggles that we see in our life, when we go through a lot of struggles and all, then we always feel like, yeah, we don't want to see other people struggling the way we struggled, and then that's why we help people with that value, right?
Yeah.
Those people who haven't seen those struggles, they will not understand why we are helping others. Like, just to give you a connection is, I give sessions every Saturday to people,
Hmm.
okay, to teach them marketing cloud. Whatever knowledge I have, I like to give it out, okay? And a lot of people ask me like, Sasi, why are you doing for free? Okay. I say, because I have, when I was in need of someone, where I was looking for some help, I didn't got it. I was fighting for that help. Now, there might be other people who are in the similar background, who might be fighting to get some help and they are not getting the help. So I'm for those people who, if they come and ask, they are genuine, I'm going to give them out everything that I know, right? So that's are the common thing which I feel, okay? And I don't know if you are agreeing to my points or not.
Yeah. I mean, definitely agree. I wish I could sometimes give more of my time to people. That's why one of the motivations of building something like MC Snippet was that. It's like, my schedule maybe doesn't allow me to have so much time to like contribute. And I'm like, but I feel like I can in a way. And that's why like MC Snippet is kind of like a demonstration of that. So I definitely agree. I think what experiences that you go through your life make you really who you are, and the choices that you make in life. And I think
Mhm.
I like there's people that I like to live in the present. I just like to be. I focus a lot about being. And then not knowing that the journey is the destination. Not where you end, not looking at the end goal, but like your current journey. But I add a little bit extra to that, which is I also look at my past, because to learn how I want to be in the present, I need to look at my past experiences, and learn from the past. If I'm always not looking at the past and always only focusing on the present, um, then it becomes very hard. So using those experiences, to your point, to help others is something that I completely agree with.
Mhm. So yeah, uh, uh, you know, let me ask you this question again. What is the best compliment that you have received from your wife till today?
The best compliment that I ever received
From your wife?
from from my wife,
Yeah,
like my spouse.
yeah, your spouse.
Gosh. I don't know, because like I'm not good. I don't like. I'm kind of like I some people think that I'm extroverted because I like to like socialize and stuff, but I actually like I have more like social awareness and like than I get like kind of introverted when people like talk about me or give me
Mhm.
compliments.
Mhm.
So I guess I like to cook. So she will compliment in my cook, and I take pride of that because I like, I use cooking as my meditation, kind of like, like just clear my
Mhm.
mind and just think about the process of cooking.
Mhm.
So I think the best compliment is that. Also, obviously, like when you're, being a good dad, I think that's important for me. So when she tells me, "Oh, you're what a good dad you are," I'm like, "Yay, I did it." So
See, what happens is, I don't know. I haven't basically learned something. Okay, where when people compliments me, okay, when I help someone or somebody and they come and compliments, I don't like the compliment, because I feel like that is
yeah,
my natural instinct. What I'm doing, I'm not doing that for some getting some compliment, right?
right.
And if they come and say something good about me, I feel like I don't want to hear, you know, that is,
Yeah,
I don't like.
I I'm the same. I learned to like kind of like take it. I mean, like, okay, thank because
Mm,
my before I was like, no, 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 like to this stage, sometimes at work, I would have someone be, "Oh, thank you so," and I was like, "Stop, stop," because like sometimes I feel like they will go too far. I mean, I know that this coming from a really good place, but sometimes I be, "No, no, no, stop,
mm,
stop, stop," stop," because it makes me like embarrassed. Like I don't like to your
mm.
exactly what
Embarrassed.
you go through. But I'm trying to learn to. Because people, when someone is great, when you are grateful about someone helping you or at work or life or something, and you go through the effort of like taking the time to look in their eye and telling them thank you. That's very important for the person. So I kind of like starting to learn that if that's very important for the person to tell me that, I need to like be aware in the moment and receive it. So they feel that
Mm,
I
mm,
acknowledge it, and I care about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, when you're already, you know that it is a natural thing. Like what I'm doing, it's not for I have some ulterior motive behind what I'm doing. If you're very clear about it, right? Like let's
Yeah,
say someone, a lady is coming and I'm near the door. So my natural instinct will be open the door for the lady and let the lady first go, right? So that's a
right.
natural instinct. So I don't want to hear thank you, you opened me, you opened the door for me. It's a natural process to be done. So the same thing, if somebody comes, Sasi, thank you so much, Sasi, you helped me, you saved my, I say, oh, this is a very simple thing that I didn't saved your life. I did a simple thing which I
I didn't
knew.
say it.
So,
Yeah.
so,
Well, but
uh,
you know that maybe the person like
uh,
that is saying that is like very meaningful to them for
yeah.
for for you to know. So
Mhm.
um so it's good. At the same time, it's like you feel like what you're doing has an impact.
Mm.
That's you feel proud about it.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Because if I remember, yeah, if somebody that time at the instinctly I say, don't say, but later on once after I absorb and sink into it, then I say, oh, it felt good that you said that, right? It will not be
Right,
at the basic instinct, but later on you'll feel happy. Oh, that person told me something very good.
right.
So that comes
Yeah,
later, not at the very moment. Okay, so
right.
at least I was able to cheer you up there. Yeah, uh, so now since you're cheered up, okay, I want to ask you those top list of people whom you admire. Okay, your favorite list.
Oh
Okay,
gosh,
uh,
you're
and
putting me on the spot, man.
I love making you on the spot. So you can give 5 names. Okay, and first you give the 5 names. I'm going to twist this time because a lot of people have understood this will be one of the questions. I'll be twisting a bit after that. So you have to give me 5 top names that you admire.
Okay. you're gonna have to edit this part
Mhm.
because I'm gonna be thinking a lot about this. Um, because also let me tell you, I'm not a fan of top X list, by the way. Um, but I'm gonna go through it. Don't worry. I just need time. I think not in order because I don't want people to be
Don't
offended.
worry. You don't
Not in
worry. You
order.
see, this is a candid conversation, okay? And I know how to present this conversation, so you don't have to. If you think, I'll give you the full liberty, benefit of doubt of thinking, and but after that, I'm going to twist. Then you might have to
I
think
didn't
more.
twist it on me. Okay. So I think not in order, and if I don't mention your name, um, it doesn't matter. You are still in my top X. Amanda Turner will be one person that I think has contributed a lot. She was actually my client before when I was used to work at Precision Dialogue, and that's how we met. And it's amazing the career that she's built and how she contributes on how to SFMC group and whatnot. Um, I think I have a lot of people in my team that I consider my top, and that I'm biased because it's my
Mhm.
team obviously. But I consider, for example, um, my two partners who I started, Javier and Agustin, to be amazing technical thinkers um, and people that really help me, drive the vision. So I respect them for that, and they're very knowledgeable. And there are a lot of the people that I mentioned too are in South America, which we have a lot of talent there now and stuff. Um, I'm trying also not to repeat names because I know, like,
Mhm.
no offense to Adam, Cameron,
Mhm.
Tony, Elliot, we can say Elliot. They're all like greats, the greats. Maybe that's how we
See,
call them.
no,
We
no.
should come up with a
See,
name, the greats. But
I'm waiting for your five names. You gave
all
Amanda. You
right.
gave
So
me Javier and.
Amanda, Agustin,
Hmm,
Javier.
hmm, hmm,
Um, I'm gonna say Genna Matson. I mean, I don't work a lot with her, but you just her energy, her passion is amazing, and she's also like a coder and stuff. So it's cool. And another person that she's not into like in the ecosystem anymore. She's not taking a break, but Nicole, who I presented with her at Connections, Nicole Anaya, I think she's also another person that's always has been contributed to the Hispanic speaking community and has a lot of energy and very enthusiastic and very passionate. So those are my
hmm.
five.
You see, you tried to if you try to be diplomatic with my candid conversation, you know, you have to be very careful. Okay,
No,
why?
no, no. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wasn't trying to
see,
be diplomatic. I
y-
was I was giving you the fact, but it's hard because it's hard. It's hard. I don't like. That's why I don't like. It's like it's like what's it, top three movies? It's impossible. Who is the best player in the history of football? Impossible to say. I mean, in my opinion, might be Messi, but it's impossible to say that he's the one because Maradona. You have all from Argentina, by the way. The great.
see, see. Uh,
Yeah.
are you planning to join any political party in the future?
No, I no. What do you think? Do you think I
So,
should?
yeah, the way you answer this five top, okay, I agree. This might be you know, in this conversation that their name came in, and you're saying there are a lot of other good people that you're, trying to consolidate them, saying, "Oh, please forgive me if I didn't call your name." Okay, so, uh, see, I told you that I'm going to twist this thing, names that you're
Okay.
going to give. Okay, so for Nicole, if you have to give her an advice, what advice you are going to give it to her?
An advice. I would honestly tell her keep
Um,
keep doing what she loves, and that's what she's doing right now. She's doing what she loves and what she feels like doing, and yeah, just that. Honestly,
okay. To Gina.
Jenna,
Yeah.
The advice I will give her will be, I don't know. See, like that stuff. I will tell her, maybe. Did I froze for
Mhm.
you or not? Is my video frozen or not?
I
Can you hear me
think
okay?
mine. Yeah. I think it's mine. Let me just turn off my video.
To Genna, um, I don't know. See, I don't know her, but I was gonna say the same. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Um, I will tell her, try doing a session about core. I would like to know more because I know she's a programmer for many years. I would like for her to know more, to share more on her, like the core concepts of software development. That's something that I
Mm.
feel like, in the community, this community needs a lot of those foundational concepts. So my advice to her is, I want to see more of that from her. I don't know if I mean, I don't know if that constitutes an advice, or maybe she's gonna what she's gonna what the like why am I? But anyways, that's my advice to Genna. All right, tell
Sure.
me. I'm I'm trying to tell you the truth. I mean, maybe
Mm.
I just yeah. Just tell me what's the next name and the next challenge.
Okay. What you don't like about Javier?
What don't I like? I when he I think when he tends to maybe make quick judgment of people sometimes, and I wish he take a little more time to consider certain people, or not certain people. I think he's too quick with the judgment trigger.
Okay. That's okay. So, about Augustine. Okay. So, regarding Augustine, what is the common dialogue that he uses in his daily speech? Like for me, it will be like okay, okay, lot of times during the conversation or anything. So,
Yeah.
what do you observe with Augustine?
So Agustin is speaks Spanish natively, and he speaks very good English. But something he will say a lot. In Spanish, in Spanish, he will say a lot. Are you kidding me, right? Like he will say that a lot. You're
Mm,
kidding
mm,
me, right? Like you will take him to
mm,
something and say,
mm,
"You're kidding me, right?" And he will say, "No, no." Like all
mm.
the time, he says that. In English, maybe okay. He uses that okay a lot. Uh, yeah.
Okay, okay, no problem, no worries. So the last name Amanda. Okay, so about Amanda, what
Mm-hmm.
you like to say? Uh, what advice will you give to her about her comment that she replies in a Slack community when she comes and gives a reply to people, right? When somebody is asking a question. So they, if you have to give her advice there.
What advice? I will tell
Mm.
her to be more rude, more violent. Like when you comment on a Slack, you have to be, what? Are you crazy? How can you think of this? And then give the explanation. I think we need someone, and I feel like Amanda will be someone that will be like a plot twist, because we need that a little bit of a villain in the marketing cloud community. And my advice to Amanda will be like she should be the villain that we need in the marketing cloud community.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
No, don't you think like
I
everyone is nice? We need the one person, like, and yet I think that could be Amanda. It will be very surprising that she'll be the one that is like, "What? What are you talking about?" And then like, puts a link to the documentation, and like, we're gonna do a training session, and if you don't know AmScript, don't even bother to attend, stuff like that.
yeah, sometimes in my session I keep on saying these words. If you don't understand, they say it goes above your head. Then I say, don't bother about it. I'm only concentrating to the one who is learning.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
obviously, I'm joking. Unfortunately, there are people like that. Fortunately, we have people like Amanda to show the opposite. See, I'm being diplomatic again to your point
Yeah.
earlier, but That's
You
just
know
how I
how I,
am.
yeah.
Maybe I should go into politics. I'm gonna think about that.
Well, that's what I'm saying, I know how to edit the video. You have both the statement. Okay. Now it is up to me how I'm going to present it. So
That's right.
you are